Rules for working with integers. Now we've broken this down into several different parts, hopefully well enough to make this really easy to understand. Let's look at the first one. The sum of any two integers and its opposite is equal to 0. Example, 8, positive 8, negative 8 equals 0. Positive 5, negative 5 equals 0. Okay, the next ruling, adding two positive integers always yields a positive sum. Example, positive 7 plus positive 3 equals 10. Positive 8 plus positive 4 equals 12. Okay, the next one, adding two negative integers always yields a negative sum. Example, negative 5 and you're adding to it negative 3 equals negative 8. Negative 5 and negative 3 equals negative 8. And the other example is negative 10 and you're going to add negative 6 to it and it's going to be equal to negative 16. Okay, the next one, adding a positive and a negative integer, you must take the absolute value of each and subtract these values. For example, the first one, you'll notice we have negative 8, which is much larger than a positive 3, so the answer is negative 5. Over here we have negative 10, which is much larger than positive 2, so the answer is negative 8. And let's look at the flip side of that. Here we have a positive 10, which is much larger than negative 3, so the answer is positive 7. And we have positive 9, which is much larger than negative 5, so the answer is positive 4. Now, let's look at a couple of examples for solving for x, and this will hopefully help us out. Now, what you see or do to one side of the equal sign, you must do to the other side. So what you do to one side, you must do to the other. For example, x plus 5 equals 12. Now to get rid of the 5 over here, we're going to add a negative 5. So we must do it to both sides. So x equals 12 minus 5, or 7, because we just add a negative 5 to both sides. So x equals 7. Let's look at this example. X minus 8 equals 7. So we have to get rid of this negative 8, so we're going to add a positive 8. Just like you said up here, to make it equal to 0, to both sides. Whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other. So x equals 7, right, plus 8, or 15. X equals 15. 7 plus 8 is equal to 15. A positive added to a positive, because we have a negative 8 here. Okay, let's go this one again. This is a little tricky. X minus 8 equals 7. Now this is a negative 8. To whatever we're going to do to this side, we must do to this side of the equal sign. To get rid of this 8, we add a positive 8. So x equals 7 plus 8. Here's the 7 plus 8, or 15. X equals 15. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. And let's have you look at the next two problems, Lesson 1 and Lesson 2. Well, thank you for watching this video.